Hey, what's up, everyone? Once again, it has been too long, a whole 7 hours. But you know what? This time, I'm not alone. And obviously, I'm not at Twin Peaks. I'm at my joint other than Twin Peaks. That'd be B-dubs. But that's not the important thing, because what's important right now is the fact that I am with someone that he jumped on the team. He went from the freshman. Then he went to said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and try to jump to JV right now. But then he became too good and too big for his britches, as they say, for the South. So let's not give any kind of disparity or any kind of diversity bias or any kind of chaos. Or guess what? We're not even going to lie even to y'all or us. But his name is Josh Valdez, also known as Varsity. Can you see? What's up, G?
My brother in arms. I'm so glad to be with you and your Tupac do-rag today because we have a lot to talk about.
We do.
Wow. So
a lot to catch up on. Before we do that, we catch up on everything, let's catch up on you first. Let's talk about you. How is everything and everything that you're feeling about sports right now? Let's focus on your handsome facial hair and your mid transformation of being Wolfman right now, which I dig.
In the works, it's loading. You know what I'm saying? At one point, I'm getting ready to move out of Los Angeles to go back to DC, as I will be a Washington Wizards reporter this year. I've said it a couple of times, but it's worth repeating because it's kind of a big deal. But it's kind
of a big deal.
It's kind of a big deal. So yeah, I'm moving back in September. For all the viewers who don't know, I did grow up in in Washington DC. It's a great little city, and it's going to be very, very important for future American events quite soon. So yeah, so that's popping. Also, the Yankees blew a game tonight. I was watching, so there's that. We can touch on that as well.
Real? I actually had. I should have bet on that game. Sorry, continue.
Ship has sailed.
I know.
But yeah, so that's upsetting. What else? Man, oh man.
The Jets. What about the Jets?
Yeah, the Jets. I'm liking what the Jets are up to. The Hassan Reddick thing is annoying, but I also kind of don't care about him in a weird way. Like, I don't know. I'll explain that later.
Yes, we will. Oh, yes, we will.
Also, what was I going to say just now?
Other sports. It said New York.
Soccer started. Premier League started. So I was watching some of that. I want to get more back into club soccer this year because I kind of fell off for a couple of years. I was mostly watching international, but I want to start watching the Prem again, and I like to watch more Madrid before Vinicius Jr. maybe moves to Saudi Arabia. I'm hearing, so that's a weird story.
Wow, that is weird, actually.
But I mean, they're in talks, but they can offer him like more money than God. So
I don't know how I feel about that. So that's something else to talk about.
I mean, if he went to Saudi Arabia now, it'd be terrible for the game. But it's possible. It's hard to turn down like a gazillion dollars. So, yeah.
That is true. Turning down $1 gazillion is a tough thing to do. But I also Sorry. I'm looking at, now that you mentioned the baseball bets, I'm actually going through on the earlier show when I was at Twin Peaks. I was making live bets in front of people, and now I'm like, I don't know if I should do this or not. Let's see.
Oh yeah,
here.
and then of course, I'm excited
Oh,
about.
fucking parlay. Sorry, my bad. My bad. Keep going.
I'm excited about college football starting in just a few days here. However, sad that a Rutgers pass rusher, defensive end, is out for the season already. Mohamed Toure, one of our core defenders. That is very sad. So that sucks. But I'm still hyped for the season. I'm hyped for the expanded playoffs. It's going to be interesting.
Oh, I am too. I cannot wait for this.
I couldn't stand the 14 playoff. I thought it was the stupidest thing ever. So I'm glad that's over.
I can't wait for everyone to find another reason to get mad about not or being left out of the playoffs.
Well, I mean, at this point, it's like if you get left out of the 12-team playoff, you're just not that good. Like, you know. So,
I mean, yeah, but everyone says that, but until it ain't them, it's no one's ever gonna be satisfied.
But the thing is like in football, it's not like hoops where it's like the lowest seed can like go on a big run. I feel like the 12th playoff team is not going to win the Natty. Like it's unlikely.
Well, we've seen weirder. We have seen weirder.
I mean, I'm just saying there's more upsets in basketball than football, I think.
That's true. Absolutely true.
Football is a little bit more like of the elites. Although, I mean, like Washington just made the final last year, but it's still harder. It's not impossible, just harder. But I'm excited about that.
Hey, what did North Carolina do a few years ago when they played in the fuck me sideways. They weren't supposed to make it that far, and they lost to Kansas. They were like a 9th seed or something like that. Shit happens, bro. Yeah.
That when they had Sam Howell.
We concluded Coach K's career. Concluded Coach K career.
Oh, you're talking about hoops.
Yeah, that was my point. You said it's like you're right, but football's different. I do agree with that.
But that's most importantly, I'm looking forward to destroying you and the crew in fantasy football. Yahoo Fantasy for the first time. I've never done Yahoo.
Well, you can keep dreaming. That's cute. That's very cute. I'm impartial. I know you're talking about. Hop on if you hop on the train to Nowheresville if you want guys think that's actually what it is.
Yeah,
all right. What?
I don't know how long you've been playing fantasy, but I am a former champion. I'll have you know. So
I am a several-time champion. I'm not sweating it. I've been playing since 2007.
Okay, you're longer than me. I've been playing since like.
I literally my first team involved. I won my first year, and it was no one I knew. I did it as an ESPN whatever. My quarterback was Vince Young on the Titans. And one of my receivers, just as an example, was Terrell Owens on the Eagles.
Wow. That is a throwback. Wow.
So,
yeah.
Good luck.
I'm definitely getting the itch for football.
We're gonna have fun. We gonna have some fun, bro. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Cannot wait. I'm looking at my bet still for this baseball thing. I really put Seattle on my back tonight.
I think we're freaking tied with the Orioles again for first place because we blew it today.
I bet on the Orioles, so I hope that's true.
Well, the Orioles beat the Mets today, so.
All right, so I got some payout for that. Here's the one I really want. Chicago White Sox money line against the San Francisco Giants. I did it across the board because I said, fuck it. If you're going to do it, if you're going to go with the clean socks, go all the way.
I'm sorry, you bet on the White Sox money line today?
I did. I sure as hell did. I did.
You're not going to hit. You're not gonna hit that, brother.
Actually, right now I'm in good shape.
No, you're not. They're losing in the ninth.
Let me check
The
out
White
their
Sox are
game.
losing.
They are losing, but
It's the top of the ninth, E-Rock. Losing time. It's 4-1.
oh no, I got this round robin by twos.
Hey, you coming back in?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll be. You want me to move my shit back in?
I don't know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There. Hey, Abba, say what's up. Say what's good.
What's good, man?
That's Abba. He's the man.
Oh.
Handsome deli makes his own cologne.
Oh, nice.
It's true. He actually makes his own cologne. It's a true story. All right. So, no, he actually does a really good job. His scent is actually intoxicating. I have to be honest.
Wow.
I don't know how he does it.
I praise.
God, thing must be laced with like pheromones or something. Because even I'm just like, what's up, bro? All right, let's move straight to the point here. All right. Because I can't wait for our league on Thursday, 4:00. We got our 8th member today, our racing host, Chad Ardner. He is in. We have 8 people. We are going to hit this fucker hard. And you know what? We're not going to put money up front. But whoever wants to do, we're going to do, and I'm the bookie in this. Now I'm the commish and the bookie. We're going to do whoever wants to put a little something, a little lettuce on the sandwich, a little lettuce on, or a little cheese on the burger, whatever. We're gonna have some side bets. We're gonna have some individual bets. That way we can talk some shit, and I can tell this guy to go blow himself.
So, okay, now I've never had this system. So is it like
it's new. It's new. It's new, baby.
We send you money on the side privately, and then
we'll do it. We'll do it like in a. It's not sending like we'll do it on a we agree on it basis. Like we'll announce it publicly. That way, I'm held accountable.
Oh, I see. So it'll be everyone is broadcasting it.
Absolutely, it'll be my belief in being a commissioner in this case is full transparency. That way, there is no sketchiness. In fact, I'm even going to broadcast when I put the order in for the draft, as it does it the day before. So tomorrow, I'm putting the draft in or the order in. I don't want there to be any bitching and moaning. I want there to be total transparency because I know I've bitched and moaned about people saying, how come you always get, that's not how I'm doing it. So I am going to do this all with everyone watching nationally. Since I have the platform, I have the power and I will do it. But we're all going to do it right. Okay. I'll be back. All right, so that's what's going to happen.
Look at that.
Get to the chopper. Get down now. But I will do it. I'm going to do it right. All right. Everyone's going to be there. And I have all my bros ready to do this. And by the way, again, shout out. Thank you again. 100% to Twin Peaks earlier. Hooking a brother up tomorrow and hooking a brother up for the draft on Thursday. It gonna be litty.
So are you gonna be live from Twin Peaks during the draft?
I sure as tits am. Yes, sir. I'll be there.
You're like your fairy godmother now.
They got me hooked up on the tab, baby. The tab's there. They got a dank ass menu too. It's gonna be a dope time, man. They got me at my own booth. They got me at a spot. I got me my charger and everything. I even got me an external hotspot.
I've been to the great state of North Carolina a couple times. So next time I go, I'll have to pop over to that place.
You should. You know what I'm looking most forward to? They have an appetizer that is literally meatballs.
And that's it?
Oh no, it's spiced meatballs with other stuff like prosciutto. No, it's like, do I need anything else? It's like tapas bar. Like, dude, I had it. I had it today. Oh, que bella. It actually was really good.
I like it.
Also have a thing called a Santa Fe cheesesteak. Set of Philly cheesesteak. Bomb as okay.
Bomb.com.
Bomb.com. Yeah.
I like it.
What did I say there? I made my own slogan for them. Good food, cold beer, great times. Bam. That's right. Shout out to Twin Peaks.
I mean, what's not to like? What's not to like?
Beautiful, beautiful women who are nothing but sweet to me today. And
Oh,
they're just great people. Great people, you know? So thank you to everyone out there. Let's move forward to fantasy right now. That's just what we're going to do. We're going to move fast. We're going to move forward and fast here. Move forward and fast. So
have you done any mocks yet, E-Rock?
I don't do mocks, but I do it. I don't need to do mocks, but I have been paying attention to. I've been paying attention to everything.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
I will. Well, I'll let you start. Let's do a mock right now. Let's do a mock. Okay. Say you and me are on separate. We own several teams. Let's do a first round draft right now out of an 18 league, like we're gonna do. So I'm gonna let you have first pick. I'll get second, vice versa, vice versa. We're on different. These aren't the same teams, but let's do that. So you're on the clock, but we'll do it in a quicker fashion. So give an answer to or pick a person and give your reasoning behind such pick. I will let you start right now. You're on the clock.
First up, I gotta go McCaffs, right?
I don't know. Why are you asking me? It's your pick.
No. I mean, I know that he gets hurt sometimes, but he's been better recently with that. He has been better. And I can't name a better player in the NFL that I would take number one overall and in fantasy right now. Okay, you don't look convinced. Luckily, it's not your team, so.
I didn't say anything. Yeah, when my look is not me saying anything, but it's true. I'm not convinced because I have owned McCaffrey as a pick, and it's a good pick. I just don't believe in running backs in the first round. That's all.
In the whole first round?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, we disagree. I mean, okay, wait, is this going to be a PPR? Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, no, he's still good for that. That's the thing.
I know. I agree.
He's a good receiver. So the thing is, I think I agree with you to a certain extent. It used to be that running backs ran fantasy. Now it's not because they're all split time now, but not McCaffrey. McCaffrey sometimes will take plays off for like Elijah Mitchell, or I don't know if they still have Elijah Mitchell, but they do. But McCaffrey is one of those few guys left that will kind of take most of the backfield time. So
here to support. This will support your argument as well. He played 80% of the snaps this past year, which in the new modern NFL is unheard of.
Right,
so
that's what I'm saying.
I know that supports your.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like he is kind of like that, still that old school bell cow where he just does it all. I mean, there's not one thing the guy can't do. He could probably throw the ball if they want him to. Like he's just that good. So
it's true. You're not wrong. I will say, all right. No, and I'm not here to argue with your pick. That's your pick. That's your team. We're on separate. Technically we are 4 different teams. You got 4, I got 4, and so I respect that. You take him. If that's the case, I am taking. Do I need to move in?
What?
Do I need to move inside?
I mean, you can still hang out here, but she just wants to check out. I mean, like.
Yeah. I got you. I'm moving right in right now.
Yeah. You hang out all you want. If she just wants to run her checkout, that's all. I mean, you can.
I'll be right there in a second. Again, it's later here. We did a later show, so it's okay. All right, so I will make my pick, defend it, and then I will let you go next while I move my operation. If that's the case of you getting run CMC, I'm doing Tyreek Hill.
Ooh,
It's a very tough decision between him and JJ, the real JJ, Justin Jefferson. And I got to go with Tyreek because I got him this past year. I've had him before. The dude can just rack up yards as long as he stays on the field. So that's where I'm going to go for the first round. Well, for my first pick of this round on my first team. So, on that note, while you are deciding, I will black out my screen and you pick your next person, sir.
Yeah, Tyreek is obviously a amazing fantasy player, so I support that decision. Now, since I picked running back first, I gotta go receiver here. I would take JJ, except as much as I love Sam Darnold, I think Dak Prescott's a better quarterback, and I think CeeDee Lamb is comparable to Justin Jefferson. So I'm gonna go CeeDee. I know CeeDee's going through a contract drama right now, but I don't think it'll see too far into the regular season. Maybe week 1 at most, but even that I'm kind of iffy on. I just don't see CeeDee. I don't see CeeDee taking the fines every week. The way that Hassan Reddick is. So, yeah, I'll take CeeDee Lamb as my next pick.
That's bold, and I agree with you. It's because the same reason everyone's getting afraid of Jamar Chase right now. They're afraid of the chase.
Why are they afraid of Jamar?
Say what?
Why are they afraid of Jamar Chase?
Same reason as CeeDee Lamb. They don't know when he's going to come in. He's going to join the fold.
Well, that's the thing with these receivers. I feel like the receivers they're gonna join. Like,
I don't disagree. It's not a matter if. I think it's a matter of when. And also, here's the other worry: are they going to have the longer you sit out in the history of NFL sit outs? Excuse me. Soft tissue damage is always a worry.
Right. That's a great point. It's sitting out is not necessarily beneficial for their career. I mean, look at what happened to Le'Veon Bell. He tanked his whole career.
That's my point.
The whole year.
So I mean, but I want him to do well.
Right.
I want him to get his paper. But at the same time, I don't know how that's going to turn out. So I mean, but you're not wrong. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
So it's my pick now. Oh, excuse me. Right. Well, since my next team, this is not the same team, obviously. Give me JJ, baby. JJ. Do I even need to explain? Do I need to explain?
He makes $35 million a year on average.
He's the best receiver in the NFL.
That's right.
And I like Sam Darnold.
I like Sam Darnold too.
I think Sam Darnold's going to do well this year, man. That's my opinion.
I like Sam Darnold too. It's just that, obviously as a Jets fan, I've had my experiences with Sam.
Yeah, but that's because it was the Jets.
I know, but he also hasn't played a lot in a while, so I think it's going to take some time for him to get into his Sam mode.
I'll say this about him: people sleep on him more than they should in this one. In this one aspect, especially. People are like, oh, he played on the Panthers. Oh, he played on the. I'm like, okay, well, let's just look at this real quick. The Panthers, he actually, if you look at his numbers, did not play poorly. He did the best with what he could, and he showed his athleticism.
No, he wasn't bad on the Panthers.
And on the Niners, he just obviously didn't play. Right. I think here's the other thing I said this on the earlier show. This is my bugaboo, to say the least. We've talked shit about J.J. McCarthy, the lesser J.J. Sorry that he's hurt. I know I'm not trying to kick him while he's down. But J.J. McCarthy, we weren't high on anyway. I don't think this is a step down at all. In fact, I think this is a plateau, basically. This is a flat.
Oh, no. I like Sam more than J.J. That's not my problem.
No. It's not, and I'm not saying yours specifically, but if you hear on the TV or you hear on the radio, you hear in the articles, like all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, it seemed like, when the fuck were we ever high on J.J. McCarthy? And whoever was, they're stupid. We weren't high on him. Sam Darnold was going to start the season anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I don't think JJ was going to beat Sam in camp.
And as he shouldn't. I mean, it was just all of a sudden because people just like narratives, which I get because us as, whether it's the new media, which is what podcasting is called, or whether it's the regular media. People are always looking for that narrative. So all of a sudden it's like, oh, wait, JJ's out. Oh, whatever. I'm like, yeah. So what? I was like, all of a sudden we're just. That's what I'm saying. I still got the Vikings competing for second in that division. Just because their defense is so good, their running back situation with Madison is good. Addison, when he comes back,
wait, rewind. You're a fan of Alexander Madison?
Yeah. Why?
I don't think
It's not bad.
I don't think he's someone that I would mention as like a weird.
Oh no, in fantasy I wouldn't pick him as much, but I like his offensive line. That's why. The Vikings offensive line is good. And so is their tight end situation with Hawkins. TJ Hawkinson is a very good tight end. In fact, he's being slept on. And their defense is very good as well. That's my opinion.
I don't think they'll be a bad team. With was it Addison that got hurt recently in camp?
Addison did, yeah. Not Madison. Yeah. Addison did, yeah.
How is he doing? You know
I think he'll be ready by the first week or two, but I don't think they're going to rush him back because they don't need to. They have the best. They have the best receiver in the league, like I said, and the rest is for you. Thank you so much. Apologies, everyone. Make sure, tip your bartenders and servers wherever you're at because they deserve it. And you guys realize if you've ever worked in the service industry, tipping is not a prerogative. It is an absolute necessity because how would you like to get paid less than nothing? All right. Work in there for a week, get all your money taken, try to pay your rent, see how much you go with that. Sorry, I had to make sure they knew that. So, swear to God, I hate when people say, oh, tipping's an option. I'm like, yeah, I'll tip you something. All right.
That's right.
Had to make sure I said that, motherfuckers. All right, and I had to say it out loud. Okay, use my platform for good, not evil. Okay, so on that note, I agree with that. So I'm going to move past this for a second.
Yeah.
Vikings are that. Let's go ahead and go with some sleepers on this.
Okay.
I asked Jordan this question. I'm going to ask you the same question. Even though he had to take a couple of minutes to he didn't realize I said sleepers and he was like picking like people that were really high up there. Give me your 3 sleeper running backs this season. Sleeper running backs, in your opinion. I mean, people may not think so. Give me that real quick.
Sleeper running backs. I gotta think about that.
I can give you mine if it would help first.
Okay. I'm gonna start.
All right.
Well, cool. I'm gonna start with one that I sort of have inside knowledge on.
Inside knowledge. Get him on the podcast.
Not inside, but you're probably not gonna know who he is.
We'll get him on the podcast, bro. Come on, let's get the numbers up, bro.
So, first of all, the Jets drafted a couple running backs this season. Braylon Allen out of Wisconsin, and then Isaiah Davis out of South Dakota State. From what I've seen in camp, Allen has been the standout so far. He is a massive dude. He's like an absolute tank. If you look him up, he's looking good in preseason. I think he's going to be one of those players that's not as good as the Rams receiver was last season, Puka Nacua. Like he won't be that good, but I think he'll be like a person that you want on your team because I think that Brees, of course, will be the main guy, but they don't want to destroy Brees either because he has injury history. So.
I can't wait for this one then. All right, so give me the rest of it because then I can't wait to start something.
You go now. You go now. I'll do some research real quick.
I know you want me to go now. Actually, I was just gonna talk shit about the Jets for a second.
That's fine. You can do that too.
Oh no, I'll give you.
I got one.
Okay.
Tajay Spears.
Yes.
So Tajay Spears, obviously Derrick Henry's gone from the Titans. I used to get Tajay Spears like on the waiver wire a lot and stuff and play him here and there. I think he's a good player. I think that Spears is the kind of guy that you wouldn't have known too much about when he was backing up Henry, but now that he has that chance,
That's a great point. Wow, good. I like that actually. That's a good reach. Good shit, man.
let's go varsity,
Dude. Varsity, dude. Great
no
job,
ball.
dude.
So,
I'm impressed. That was a great pick, actually.
thank you so much. Tajay Spears, yeah, he's a good player. That it's the kind of guy, kind of like how Henry was back in the day. Actually, Henry used to not always be like a big deal until he was. I'm not saying he's going to be the next Derrick Henry, but you know, I'm not saying he'll be the next Derrick Henry, but I think that he'll be a guy that could easily be your second running back by the end of the season.
True.
So, and third, I'll go with the Michigan legend himself. All-time great Michigan Wolverine.
Which one?
Rookie Blake Corum.
It's a good pick. All right, that's fair.
So, I mean, if you know anything about college football, you know why I'm picking this guy. He is the only reason J.J. McCarthy is even in the NFL right now. This guy basically is one of the best running backs the NCAA's ever seen. Absolutely electric. He was a huge reason why that team won last season. And he's not going to be like that good this year, of course, but he will be a big contributor to the Rams this year, especially towards the end of the year when usually first-year running backs take a little while to get going and then they get going. I wouldn't expect him to do much out of the gate, but I think that he'll be the kind of guy that's good for you by like mid-October. Well, that's
fair enough. All right, here's where I'm going to go. Here's where I'm going to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go in the deep cut on this sucker.
I like it.
And then you can just, I'm not even going to defend it. You can just bitch and moan at it if you don't like it, and that's fine. I'm just going to say them. Cam Akers, A.J. Dillon, and Austin Eckler is number one if you're in the PPR league.
Oh, my God. Those are so boring.
They are boring. That's
boring,
the point.
Boring.
The name Sleeper. Remember?
It's not supposed to put me to sleep. Like,
I mean, do you want to make money? That's what I'm saying, bro.
All right, Cam Akers. Okay, where do I start? Cam Akers.
Please, come on, come at me, bro.
Cam Akers is almost like memed in the community because of how mid he's been. Like, Cam Akers is the kind of guy that you know he could do more, but he just doesn't. He either like gets hurt or like isn't that good. He'll have like a good game every so often, but he really has done nothing for me to. Yes, of course, if he's like your 15th round pick, whatever. But like, I just don't think that Cam Akers is the guy that I'm like jumping to go get, this year. Austin Eckler, yes, he's good.
For PPR?
Yes, he's good. Oh, look, on the Chargers, he was dynamite. On the Commanders, it's going to be a transition. All right. I don't expect him to be as good on the Commanders as he was on the Chargers. Is that not fair to say? Like,
I actually, to answer that question, I don't know. I'll be honest. I'm not being biased. I don't know actually.
This season,
here's the reason I would say I don't know. Cliff Kingsbury is and the offensive line are the two big questions of that.
Kingsbury's OC in Washington. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
In their O line, but I love Jalen Williams. I love Jalen Dan. Whatever.
You mean?
Thank you. Sorry, it's been a long day.
Yeah. Okay. I know a lot of people like Jaden Daniels more than Caleb Williams. I don't see that. I mean, more power to him. I know you do. My friend also does. I think I'm not saying he's bad. I think he's good, but he's not good enough right now to make Austin Eckler like, a Chargers or Austin Eckler, for fantasy. Like you said, because the line and the OC are question marks. So I'm not jumping.
But so it wasn't San Diego, and yes, I know it's LA. I'm saying San Diego. It wasn't San Diego too, because they were always hurt. So he had to work from behind essentially. No pun intended, because he's a running back. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he had to make it work, but he did. He made it work, So, I mean.
Well, okay. I know he can catch the ball when they're behind. That's fine. But I think in the Chargers, he was surrounded by a better team that helped with that.
On paper, yes. On paper, yes.
Remember, the defense has to like account for more stuff when
True.
he was better. So on the Commanders, it's gonna be Eckler, Daniels, and Scary Terry. That's all you got, really. So
and no, there's one more. There's one more. Balls. There's another player. No, I can't remember. There's one more player. It's actually a pretty good at complimentary players. They're tight end or
tight end.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
What does that say about the guy? You don't remember his name, right?
Well, that says more about me and sleep deprivation. To be fair, that says more about sleep deprivation than me.
All right.
But I mean, I don't know. Either way, I don't disagree with that. But Cam Akers, yeah, it's boring. But in terms of PPR, I'm talking about sleepers. Another one. Here's another. And AJ Dillon, he's still the backup, and he's doing AJ Dillon things. Josh Jacobs ain't going to be that close yardage touchdown runner.
AJ Dillon is my favorite of the three. For a sleeper.
And Aaron Jones, I would put in there as a sleeper as well because people aren't talking about him. Even though he's playing for who the hell is he playing? See, you're gonna have to help me out. Use my crutch. You're my crutch right now. What?
He's on the Vikings now.
That's what I thought. Thank you. I think that's a great fit for him. So
it's gonna be weird to see him with the Vikings. Like,
people love just to poke each other in the fucking eye when they're in similar divisions. Enter Saquon Barkley into the Eagles. Enter Dak Prescott next year when he goes to the Giants.
You think so?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying because it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Nothing surprises me anymore.
That'd be something. If Saquon goes to the Eagles, then Dak goes to the Giants. Like they're just playing Russian roulette over there.
That's the way the NFC least does it, man. The NFC South isn't petty enough to do it because I just feel
like that region is more invested in college football, so they're less like intense about it.
That's fair. That's fair. But I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say I like those three picks. Obviously, out of the three, I still would take Austin Eckler, but I do like the AJ Dillon one. But I really like Josh Jacobs out of any the ones I didn't mention. Josh Jacobs is absolutely a dog.
Josh Jacobs is a dog. So for me to explain to the people, Braylon Allen to me is like AJ Dillon, but the young version. So like he'll be in some of those similar situations, I think, for the Jets this year, not like week 1, but like week 10. You know what I mean? So
no, I 100% agree.
Now the thing with running backs too is I like going young at running back. Besides like the stars and stuff.
You know what? Hold on. Let me interject on that. Since you said that, I'm so glad you said that. There has been the Texas running back who's coming off an ACL injury that the Carolina Panthers, sorry, I'm not trying to be biased. I've just been seeing it. He's ranked in the top 20 of running backs to drafts right now in fantasy. The young buck, rookie from Texas, he's going to play for the Panthers, coming off an ACL injury. And I know he's good, but he's the project. ESPN says he's the projected starter. I don't know how to. Honestly, the Panthers are an enigma. So what's his name?
Jonathan Brooks.
That's him. Yeah, I'm a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what to make of their.
Oh, he was a second-round pick.
Yeah, he was great, but the only reason he was second round, not first round, is because he is coming off of a ACL injury, which is fair. I get it. I just don't. I don't know if we're starting him or not because
honestly, he is a way better sleeper than the fucking Cam Akers. Like,
you think so?
Yeah, this is the exact kind of player I like at running back. Guys who aren't
for a PPR league.
Well, I don't know how he is at receiving.
That's the point. No, he's a great receiver. That's the point. So that's his stilo is 2A.
So that's
So-
even better. But the thing is, right, even though he's off his ACL, he has less tread on the tires than Cam Akers. He's probably going to be more explosive than Cam Akers.
That's true. Fair enough.
And I think he'll just be better. I mean, of course, it depends on your usage. That was my thing with fucking Jahmyr Gibbs last year, dude. The Lions were driving me crazy with that shit.
And this year, now he's already having to come from behind at this point. He got injured a little. I was like about to pull my Elmer foot a little bit. I'll be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. He's about to. He has a hamstring injury, but he's on track to start week 1.
Yeah, I mean, I understand David Montgomery, can play, but just Jahmyr Gibbs is just so much better to me.
Jahmyr Gibbs is great. Jahmyr Gibbs, I think David Montgomery, and as much as I like him, I think he's overrated.
Mm-hmm.
I think that has more to do with the Lions' offensive line than anything else. All right. Hold on. Hold this down for one more second. I have to make a quick call back to someone, but let me postulate this theory for you, because we're not done with our first round draft pick, because here's the next one. So right now we have CMC, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson. Who'd you take that next one?
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb. All right. I'm going to go ahead and say mine, and then you can go with yours. Amon-Ra. Mainly because I love his name, but really because he's also the shit. Amon-Ra. Sounds like someone from The Mummy. Amon-Ra.
That's right.
He's also a badass, though. All right. Defend that real quick while I make this quick callback.
Well, yeah, Amon-Ra is obviously amazing. Now, the Lions, I love their whole offense, right? Which is talking about Jahmyr Gibbs. I think Jared Goff is probably one of the most improved quarterbacks the NFL has seen in quite some time. This guy was basically a complete bust after he was left for dead by the Rams. The Rams got cooked in the Super Bowl against the Pats. Goff totally blew it. He gets traded to the Lions for Stafford, basically, and draft picks and such. Probably one of the best trades that I've seen in the NFL in a long time. I mean, probably one of the best I've seen in my life in terms of being good for both teams. I think it benefited both teams so much. Of course, Stafford already won with the Rams, but Jared Goff on the Lions is dynamite. I think that Amon-Ra will continue to be amazing, as you guys have already seen, and there's really not much to worry about in that department. I was just talking up how great the Lions offense is. Basically.
No, I was listening. I was listening. I was just making sure I got my ride covered. So wait, who's your pick after that? If for your other team, all
right, we got to be honest here. The best receiver in the NFL of all time, future, by 2024. By 2034.
I already know where this is going. I know exactly where this shit's going.
G-Dub.
I'm so glad you brought him up. Thank God. Okay, because now we're gonna ditch.
We're not gonna have catastrophe again. Knock on wood. All right.
So now the
actual team this year.
Now we're gonna drop this scenario that we've been talking about. We're gonna talk about this Jets bullshit here. Okay. What the fuck? Why are you guys getting your hopes up so high when you know the higher your hopes get, the worse it's going to be?
Look, I'm not saying we're going to win the Super Bowl and shit. I just think we're going to be better than last year. That's all.
That's not hard to do.
I know. So
what do you expect from Aaron Rodgers at his age right now?
I expect him to be a good player.
That does not answer my question.
What? How does it not answer your question?
Does he make it through the whole season?
I think so. I think he'll miss like 2 games.
Is Breece Hall going to be really worth that second running back in the draft kind of thing?
Yes. What? If he's healthy, what's the problem with Breece Hall? He's amazing.
I like Brees Hall. I have no problem. You know, I wouldn't even mind if Aaron Rodgers was knocked out of the for the season. And I don't usually say that about people. I would actually still I would go back to cheering for the Jets like I used to. I mean, they weren't like my team, but my best friend in the world is my best friend in the world is a Jets fan, and I used to always say like it was a sympathy kind of also like when we were bad and they were the Jets. They're like, I was like, I have nothing against the Jets. I had to hell with it. But then they got a hole, and I can't cheer for him with him on the field.
Why?
As I hate him.
Why?
Because he's a douchebag, and he's absolutely.
Well, he's our douche.
Yeah, but I'm not a Jets fan.
I know, but I think
and it makes it worse because I have to hear Mike Greenberg sit there and pine over him. And take my airways. And then I know it's not just him. I have to hear other people, and then they have to talk about them. I miss the days when the Jets weren't talked about, and it was great. Even when they were good.
You're a D1 hater. You are a D1 hater.
Absolutely. 100%. Like even when Sexy Rexy was coaching, I didn't have to hear about them all the time because of douchebag a-hole. I have to hear about him and his pyramid shit and his trips and his. I don't want to. Like he's such a douchebag.
Look, here's the thing about that. Aaron is not really asking for people to talk about that. They just do.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
He's not asking for people to talk about his Egyptian.
Not in words, but he's doing it in action.
He's just a person that went on a trip, E-Rock. He's just famous. That's all. Look, I don't care about Aaron going to Egypt. Like, I just don't. Like, why does that upset people so much?
Because if anyone, I feel like, and someone made this, I think it was Dan Graziano on ESPN, and I'm not giving ESPN credit. I'm just giving Dan Graziano credit. Because he said, sometimes I feel like it's a matter of a douchebag Rod and Jerry Jones competing for who can say the stupidest shit in the media today.
Look, he's drawing attention to stuff. He has a lot of stuff.
He says dumbass shit.
And guess what? He's not a politician though. He's a football player, so I really don't care.
Oh yeah, but he almost was a politician. Oh yeah, remember?
I remember very well, but
so it's like,
what? But it didn't happen. I don't care.
Wow.
Look, he'll probably do it after he retires. I'm sure he'll run.
You know, if he was doing this on the Packers, you would not be condoning this.
E-Rock, I don't think you understand. I don't care about Aaron's antics. I think they're harmless. I think the one thing that was stupid, the one thing I got kind of mad at was the vaccine thing. Other than that, I don't care. I don't care about Aaron going on Joe Rogan and talking about DMT or something. I don't care. Like,
yeah, I don't care about that either because DMT's awesome. But at the same time, DMT's fucking awesome. But here's the other thing. Let's be here. It's just true. I mean, hell, it comes from the body. It's great. Joe Rogan's a douchebag. He's like a cult leader. Aaron Rodgers is pretty much about the same thing. And you would not be approving of these antics if it was not him on the Jets. He was on the Packers. You'd be shitting on him just the same.
Okay. When Aaron Rodgers was on the Packers,
tell me I'm wrong.
E-Rock, I'm sorry. I don't care about Aaron Rodgers' off the field life that much. I just don't.
All right. Well, give me your take on the Hassan Reddick. Let's get away from him then. Give me your take on the Hassan Reddick thing before I wrap this sucker up like prom night. Not because I like it, because I have my rides on the way. Give me your Hassan Reddick.
Hassan Reddick, it's annoying. I wish we had kept Bryce Huff.
No kidding.
That would have been great. We also kind of got rid of John Franklin Myers because of like salary. So that sucks. And Reddick, I just don't know. You know, I mean, he can take the fines all year if he. It's like we're talking about the receivers. I mean, if he takes the fines all year, then fair enough, man. I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, you know, he basically gets traded to a team. The Jets have been trying to work with him. and then he just keeps wanting more and more. It's like, you haven't played for us yet, dude.
True.
So, look, and that's it. I don't know if everyone understands. The Jets have offered him. He just won't take it. So,
well, it goes both ways. They did it late, and it was with an understanding. I think it's stubbornness on all sides at this point.
I mean,
but
here's the thing, though. I tend to side with the Jets more because Reddick hasn't played for the team yet.
I agree, but when he made that, and it goes both ways. I agree with that, but I also agree with the other side, like with Joe Douglas Pumpkinhead over there. I agree, saying like, why would you sign the guy and not immediately have a contract ready?
Yeah, I get that. They should have planned it better.
Like you should have already had a contract in place to offer. It's the same thing with Brandon Ayuk before the Steelers would sign him. In fact, they do have one. Actually, from what I read tonight, the Steelers actually and the Niners or the Steelers and Ayuk's party have something that is agreed upon. Now it just comes down to the Niners if they're going to do it or not. So
I don't think Ayuk's leaving. Still,
I don't think he is either. I wish he would, but apparently it's locked in. Like terms are agreed upon because all three parties need to agree. Two of the sides have agreed. Now it's just the Niners. So that's what I read tonight from respected sources. So, I mean, I hit him up on the phone. No, I mean, obviously people that just have they have credibility. But the same thing with like Reddick has. I love the fact that Reddick, like, I love it when insiders, and I've said this before, I love it when insiders are in the dark because they're so pissed off about it.
Yeah, they're like, why don't I know?
Like, I know, so it's especially in talk shows. Like, I love it when Mike Greenberg gets all pissy because he's like, "What can you tell me about Hassan Reddick?" and his spazzy ass voice, and he says, and they're like, "I wish hey, you could probably tell me better than I could tell you," and then it just sits there, and it's like, "Oh, this goes out of nowhere." And guess what? This topic's nothing. He's right.
I just feel like Reddick. If Reddick really sits out the whole year and takes the fines,
good for him. That's ballsy.
I'm like, dude, because at that point I'm just like, I gotta give it up. At that point, it's just like, what do you do with that?
Well, maybe he's got like an investment thing going on. Maybe he's like handled his money better than we ever could have imagined. But
I find it unlikely that he would make enough to offset those fines.
Absolutely not. 700,000 a game.
It's crazy. I mean,
Le'Veon did it for how many games? I mean, damn.
The whole year.
Was it the whole year?
It was the whole year, yeah.
Yeah, and he even says to this day he regrets it. Wow.
Yeah.
No.
It tanked his value. I mean,
he still got cake though. So I mean,
but his career went to shit.
Oh yeah, for sure, no doubt.
Which is what would happen to Reddick too. Football players don't benefit off of taking off a year. Michael Vick was an anomaly, I think.
I would bet you a lot of money that if his stock got low enough in terms of people being pissed off, he would come back home. And when I mean home, his original draft place, which was
the Panthers.
We would trade for him in a second. I would be shocked if we didn't.
Wow. That would be a twist of the tail, I'll tell you.
Well, I mean, like, the cheaper he's going to get cheaper the more this goes on.
But anyway, the reason I said earlier why I don't care about him is because I think our defense is fine either way. I think he's an extra. You know what I mean? I don't think we're depending on Reddick to be good on defense.
Where's the pass rush coming from, though?
Well, my friend asked the same question. So we do have a couple other good ones. Jermaine Johnson, I don't know if you're familiar.
Young buck, unproven, but yeah.
Well, I mean, he's proven to be decent, not a star by any means. I'm not saying we have any star pass rushers besides that.
No, but everyone's like unproven on the edges. It's edge rusher. It's not about rushing. Like Quentin Williams is a fucking dog.
So, and that's the thing. We have enough good players everywhere else that it's okay, I think. I mean, Quentin Williams and Quincy Williams now are both like amazing, like cream of the crop, right? Then you got Sauce Gardner, cream of the crop. DJ Reed is like right there, you know.
It's pretty good.
and I know there's some I'm missing out on too.
There's the other, yeah, but it's a good defense either way. They're still a top 5 defense.
That's what I'm saying.
Without Reddick makes them a top 2 defense. Without him, it makes them a top 7 defense. Without him.
I agree with that. I think Reddick, like being bought in at 100% and everything, makes us probably the best defense in the league. I would say
it's right there. It's right there. It's like the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Jets, then the and the Steelers. They're like right there together.
Exactly. And that's why I want him to sign, of course. But like, I don't know. He seems like when he did the Japan trip thing, that's a trip I didn't like when he went to Japan. More so than Aaron, because I know Aaron's not going to sit out. Reddick is a question mark. So that's why I got pissed at that.
You're an odd man. You're an odd man.
How am I not? Because I know that Aaron's going to play. That's what I care about. Reddick is like might not play, so him going to Japan during practice is like, okay, that's not good. Not what I want to see.
I don't know. I guess. I don't know. It's all funky. It's just like this reeks of Jets doing Jets things.
It is a very Jetsian thing to do.
This is like a Jetsian. It's like its own word. It should be its own word in the dictionary. This is very Jetsian. I like that. Jets.
So here's the thing with Bryce Huff, right? Bryce Huff is great. I miss him. But he couldn't really stop the run. That was the problem.
Yeah, but he was a homegrown talent there.
He was a homegrown talent, and that's why I wanted to keep him. But they just didn't want to allocate that money that he wanted. So
no, that's fair. No, that's fair.
And that's the business. It's just like you can't really argue with that sometimes. Like, they're cash flow around the salary cap league.
I just don't like this whole. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
I don't like the Reddick thing either. I think he's an asshole. I mean,
I'm thinking of Joe Douglas, and I'm not even thinking of Robert Sala. I'm thinking of Joe Douglas. Like,
listen, the only reason Joe Douglas and company is still there is because of Aaron. That's the only reason they're there. So
no, like they've literally put their entire faith in him. Literally.
I mean, they literally.
If they don't make the playoffs this year, they won't make it to the finishing of the season. Sala and Douglas Pumpkinhead.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Are going to be canned. Shit canned.
There's no more leeway. I mean, last year was basically like a freebie because of what happened to Aaron. But
they're in hell after this one. Salary cap hell after this year.
Well, here's the thing though, right? The team really is. It's like impossible for this team to not make the playoffs if they're healthy because there's an offensive line.
On paper, they're great. On paper, they're the second or third best team in the AFC.
Like the thing is now,
third best team.
That's fair, but last year we didn't have an offensive line.
They still don't.
No, see, that's where you're wrong. Okay. Do you like PFF at all, or no? Do you not like PFF?
I do like PFF.
You do like PFF. Check their offensive line rankings, right?
No, don't do it. Don't do that. You're gonna trap yourself, and I don't want to do it to you.
I'm gonna trap myself. I'm trapping you.
Yes. I'm talking to you. Tyron Smith is fractal glass.
God, bro.
He is, and all they have behind. Everyone says, "Oh, they got more depth." No, you got inexperience and 2 people on your O line who are absolutely fractal. And then you have Mike, and your skill position is Mike Williams, who I love, but is not finished a season in years. And he's probably played 60% of his seasons total in 5 years. Tyron Smith is the exact same way. Bryce Hall had an injury not too long ago. You have a 41-year-old quarterback with a heel ligament injury, which is nothing short of stupidly hard to come back from. I mean, come on. Stop me please stop me when it comes to if.
So what are you saying? What's the bottom line here?
If ifs were fifths with the Jets, on paper, absolutely. They are top. They are 3 in the AFC.
I want to hear your Jets record prediction.
It's hard to predict, but if I had to say it, like if ifs were fifths, we'd all be drunk. In their case, if the Jets were ifs were fifths, I need my stomach pumped because there's so many ifs on this team. It is wild.
E-Rock, you're beating around the bush. I want to hear the record.
You don't want to. They're third in the division this year,
So,
and
so
their
are we-
record would be same as this past year, 7-10.
really? So, you think the Panthers will be better, right? That's the bet we're doing.
Oh, I'm staying with my bet. Yep, staying with my bet.
Wow.
Well, I'm invested now, but I just there's too many ifs. It wouldn't surprise me if they were better, but I would be surprised. But at the same time, I guess I would be surprised by them staying out of injury purgatory.
Okay, I'm gonna debunk your argument piece by piece. I'll go while he's talking. Tyron Smith is not the only offensive lineman they got. All right, we got Morgan Moses and John Simpson. Those are both good veterans. I don't know if he's hearing me right now. Those are not inexperienced people. You back, E-Rock? Okay. We got Morgan Moses and John Simpson. Those are both good veterans, good veteran players on the offensive line, starting. Okay? These are grizzled veterans. All right? And we got Fashanu to back up first-round pick. Yes, he's inexperienced, but he's a backup right now. So if there's an injury, he can step in. But he is the depth that people speak of. Okay? So we also have Elijah Vera Tucker, who's already been a good O-lineman for us. He just has gotten hurt. But what is the deal? Like, I don't understand. Like, okay. You can't say that Tyron Smith is the only
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
It's the face. It's the face says it all.
Well, that's true. That's true. Tyron Smith, because where's the biggest worry on that offensive line is right and
Look,
left.
I know that Tyron Smith is old. Okay, I understand.
And fractal.
I don't think he's as fractal as you're saying.
Look it up.
All right, I'll look it up right now. Anyway, you keep harping on Tyron Smith. We also got Morgan Moses and John Simpson, and they
That's fair. That's fair. All right, it's fair, but also doesn't excuse the fact of and you know what? As much as I hate a hole, I don't mind the team. Take him off the team, I'm totally fine with it.
So then what the hell?
I like Breece Hall, but I have no faith in what they've done. They haven't built the team right. They should have gone, once they got douchebag, they should have gone and built the O-line they should have gone and built the O-line first, then worked their way out. They wouldn't just got like it was a fantasy draft and got.
You're not wrong, E-Rob. You're not wrong.
I know I'm not wrong. And it's like now he owns them. He owns their ass.
Yes, I agree, but you don't understand how low the standard is. All right. Like I want to make the playoffs.
As a matter of fact, I do. Actually, I'm very aware how low the standard is. But now Joe Douglas
played 13 games.
He owns. Yes, I know. What about the year before that? The year before that. Keep looking. Keep looking.
He played 4 games. He played 4 games in 2022, and then he played 11 games the previous year.
And the year before that was like
2 games in 2020.
2 games. Excuse me. So keep going. Let's just keep finding. Yep. And yeah. Okay.
Then he went 13, 13, 13, 13, 16, 16, 16.
So let's just talk. But what were those injuries, knees, that, and okay, we're not going into it now. Oh, see, the Jets broke. The Jets broke Josh. They broke him. Boy, hey, you know what? Nothing but love for the Jets. Nothing but love for them. If it wasn't for A.A. Hole, I would absolutely be all on board with cheering for him. I swear to God, I would. Word is love. Word is bond. I would be. But God, man, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a hater. Maybe it is. Sorry, Joe. Sorry. Ugh. Josh, I didn't mean to run you off. Josh, where'd you go? Oh, there he is. Sorry, Josh. Didn't mean to run you off, brother. Nope. Sorry, I didn't mean to run you off, brother. Hey, but I was saying I needed to close up anyway, but I was gonna say, hey, I got nothing but love for the Jets. One for AA hole, and yes, maybe I'm a hater. In fact, yes, I'm a hater of that. I got no problem with the Jets. Take him off the team, and Tyrod Taylor is the starting quarterback. I don't mind. In fact, I like the Jets.
T-Rod, you know that Tyrod Taylor is not as good. Come on.
I know he's not, but I said take a hole off of it as a hater over here, and Tyrod goes in there. I love Tyrod. Then I cheer for the Jets all day, no doubt.
Okay, well,
I just hate that motherfucker so much.
You hate him because he went to Egypt. What? Why do you hate him again?
Podcasting, brother. So we're talking about how the Jets suck. No, I'm playing. There you go. He said the Jets are all right. All right. No, I know. No, it's because he's just an asshole. That's all.
Okay. Well, you know, he's not for everybody. He's an acquired taste, I'll say.
Yeah, like Brussels sprouts.
Ugh, God, I hate those.
Exactly. Hey, there you go. Now you got the gist.
Anyway, you want to close up?
I will. Jets, if Aaron Rodgers gets hurt, you have my full support.
Stop rooting for injuries. Stop being
That's
evil.
the only person in the entire league I will root for an injury for.
Wow.
That's
That is
true.
irrational hatred, E-Rock.
Oh, it's not irrational. It's E-Rock-ational. E-Rock-ational. And it was the same. I used to do the same thing to Tom Brady. It's okay. It worked one time. You know.
People just get too in their feelings about these guys. Like, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Like, for example, I don't like Ray Rice because he beat his girl. That's something that actually happened that was actually hurtful.
You know, it's not even a matter of like, I know it's not right. It is irrational. It's not, or it's overhyped.
Right.
But I don't like him. So in this case, I just really don't like him.
Okay.
And it's one of those rare cases. But if it wasn't for him, I would totally go back to cheering for the Jets again. But
he won't be with us forever, so
he gives the Jets like all this ridiculously false hope because he's gonna do things that make them like just say, "Damn it, A-Rod, why did you like something will happen?" Because he's
do
just.
You think he'll be bad this year?
He hasn't had a good season since his MVP season. He had a bad season the entire next year.
Wait. Here's the thing. His last season wasn't that bad, though.
It wasn't good. It was not good.
Let me look it up.
He lost to Detroit to miss the playoffs when he had an opportunity to get there. And then his first four plays.
Who is he throwing to on that team, E-Rock?
The same people that Jordan Love is. As a matter of fact, Romeo Dobbs and Christian Watson. And do I need to keep Musgrove? Do I need to keep the same exact people? And he had two running backs in Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon as running backs. Do I need to keep going?
Hold on now. Let me look at that season that you're speaking about.
Please be my guest.
2022, played all 17 games.
Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs, Musgrove.
Hold on, look at the stats. Hold on. 26 touchdowns, 12 picks. He had 3,695 yards.
That's something to write home about.
64.6% completion percent. I'm not saying it was an amazing season.
For him, it was
but
shit.
This is not the kind of season that.
Oh dear God!
This is not the kind of season that makes me angry.
If he didn't play for the Jets,
anyway,
if he didn't play for the Jets, you'd be talking shit about him.
He had a down year for his standards. This year for any other NFL for Kirk Cousins wouldn't be bad. You know what I mean? Like this year for Daniel Jones would be great. You know. So again,
that's not people that. Wow, that's not saying a whole lot. Now we're really reaching to the bottom of the barrel here. Daniel Jones.
Do you know the point I'm making? is that, but compared to a lot of other starting quarterbacks, it's not as bad as you're saying.
Yeah, but
So-
we're not talking about him as a lot of other quarterbacks. He's a former MVP, which Jets are hoping.
Of course, it was a down year for Aaron Rodgers. It was a
Well,
down year.
then just admit that. Say, I haven't seen him be his normal self since his MVP year. That's all I
Since
said.
2021.
That's right.
Because he
haven't
had an off year and then he got hurt.
I'm
So he
saying I
really
haven't
has had one off year since the MVP.
one off year and a no-show year. Yes.
He got hurt on a freak accident. What do you want to
That's
do?
what I said. I didn't say he didn't. I just said a no-show year. He wasn't there because he got hurt. I didn't say that. You're right.
Okay.
Damn, bro. I just said a no-show year. Damn. That's all I said.
But a no-show year sounds like he didn't show up.
Fine. He wasn't on the fucking field. Damn, bro. All right. That's all I'm saying. I don't
You're
think
just
a
a
person.
hater.
I am a hater. I am. I admit that. I am a hater. I hate Aaron Rodgers. I think he's a tool bag. I like Tyrod Taylor. I hope he's their starter. That's what I hope.
Well,
I love Tyrod. I love Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor, you hush yourself. He's a great man. Great man.
I like Tyrod. I don't love Tyrod. I like Tyrod Taylor.
I love Tyrod Taylor. He's just a
What do
great,
you love about what do you love about him? He's a good guy.
yeah, he's a great guy, and he does what he needs to do, and I just like him. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
He does his thing, and he stays to himself, and he goes out and balls the best he can. Same reason I like same reason I like Ryan. Same reason I like Ryan Fitzpatrick. Same thing.
He was fun. So let's say that let's say that Aaron misses a couple games this year and Tyrod plays. You'll be a Jets fan those days.
Yes.
Okay, great. So I'll accept that. I'll accept that. That's fine.
I have no problem saying that.
That's good.
All right, we're out of here. Hey, guess what? It's time to plug yourself. Plug yourself, sir.
Yes, sir. As you see, my X username is @JoshValdez100. Follow me on there for Washington Wizards content this year because I'm going to be beat reporting for ClutchPoints.com. You know the vibes. Spider-Man meme, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And keep it locked into ScOutCast Media Hub for more content going forward, especially once fantasy ramps up. Because you already know we're going to be on Demon Time and talking shit for our Yahoo fantasy. You already know.
Can't wait. It's gonna be good.
That's all
I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so happy to have. I feel humbled to have this great sir.
No,
show.
humble you included.
No, I'm being a gentleman. I am so blessed to have this handsome man and this other handsome gentleman on my channel, and you know, if anyone else wants to have last second entries, I'm happy to consider that, and it would be great. But in the meantime, the 8 gentlemen that are there, we're gonna butt heads. We're gonna butt heads, and we're gonna butt heads, and we're gonna do it right, man. So, on that note, let's do it right. Let's do it right. All right. See, they getting rowdy over here. See, everyone knows because they know E-Rock gonna win this whole thing. But on that note, but I'm still gonna be a fair commissioner. So
That's right.
like they say in the Hunger Games, may the odds be in your favor.
Ooh, I like that.
There you go. All right, everyone, take it easy. Peace out. All right.
Peace.